Okay, you entrepreneur, you've heard of Web3. It's here now, and we're getting deeper and deeper into it. What do you, as an entrepreneur, need to know about it? How can you get in there in some real practical, pragmatic steps? Well, that's what we're going to cover on this episode of Agorapreneurs.
Welcome to Agorapreneurs, standing for liberty and freedom, all done peacefully. Now, here is your guide, Terry Brock.
Hi, I'm Terry Brock, your guide here as we look at this wonderful world of Web 3.0 and what it is. There's some enormous opportunities. And you know what? We need those right now. In the midst of everything going on in the world, there's some opportunities opening up. They're going to give you the chance, but you need to do some steps. And that's what we're going to cover in this particular episode, because that's really what we are all about here, about helping you to live and let live. Live your life doing whatever you want to do, whatever, as long as you take responsibility and you don't harm others, don't take their stuff, don't hurt them. That's the key. And that's what we're going to talk about. And Web 3.0 really ties in with the Agorapreneur's lifestyle of living in freedom, living in liberty, helping others. Don't initiate force and coercion. Let things be done voluntarily. That's really the key to it all. And there's some things that you can go through. And if you do these steps, it's going to help you get started and start moving in the right direction. Step number one, commit to learning it. Yep, that's right. You want to commit to say, okay, I got to learn this stuff. Just kind of tell yourself, all right, got to get it into my little noggin here of what's going on. And that means you're going to read blogs. You're going to go out to places on the net that have this available, places where you can learn about Web 3.0 things. Do some Google searches on that, some DuckDuckGo searches on that, and go over to the University of YouTube. Hey, that's where we learn a lot. You get over there and you can look around, you go, oh, okay, let's see what they're talking about here. How are people using Web 3.0, particularly in your niche? See, here's the opportunity. There's a lot of people talking about Web 3.0. I speak about it as a speaker to my clients working in conferences and talk about what's going on. But I like to orient it toward that particular group that I'm talking to, whoever it is, so that way they get a customized version of how they can use Web 3.0. There's a whole lot out there. So I recommend, first of all, you commit to learning it. And after you've committed to learning it, step number two, commit to splashing around. Yeah, what do I mean by that? Well, you want to get in there and you want to really use it. Start doing some things with it. And one of the things I've done is I got this thanks to Santa Claus and Gina getting me this. This is a nice Quest 2 headset. And I can put this little guy on here like this, have a good time and play around and learn what is involved with virtual reality. That's a part of Web3. And when we see what's available, there is enormous opportunities in training, in learning new things, in doing ways way beyond just another way to look at video. I thought that's what it was initially. I thought, okay, it's just going to be like going to YouTube and you see what's there. That's good. But it does that and more. So look into that and then get out there and start doing some things with cryptocurrency. Now, I'm not making any financial advice here. No financial recommendations here. But this is what I like to call Disney World money. I live in Orlando. Gina and I are here in Orlando. We love it. And right over that way is Disney World. And we can look out our balcony and we see it there, see the Epcot Center and all that kind of thing. But you see, if you wanted to go to Disney World, you'd take X dollars, whatever X might be for you and the people you'd want to take and treat to a wonderful time at Disney World. You would say, okay, we're going to budget that money. You wouldn't think, oh, gee, we lost the money when you're finished. No, you created wonderful memories. So I want you to think about that in terms of whatever that would be for you. It might be $50, maybe $100, maybe less. I'm not telling you whatever amount it would be. But you get into crypto, look at what's available, get a little bit of the Bitcoin, maybe some Ethereum, but I tend to be more of a predominantly Bitcoin. A lot of people call themselves Bitcoin maximalists, meaning that that's all they do. Well, I've got a little bit of the other, but I'm probably way more 98, 99% in Bitcoin, just because I feel that it's going to go somewhere. But I want you to get something that's going to be good for you. And that means you're going to start using it. It's kind of like if you buy a share of a stock of a company, publicly traded company, you start paying more attention to that company. You're watching the news about them. You're watching what the stock price is. And that's why you want to get involved with this. Get in there, watch the videos, read the posts, listen to the podcast, commit to learning what this stuff is, getting in there and splashing around. And this step number three is for you content creators. Get in there and start creating content around it. You want to start putting some things out on your blog, on your videos, on your YouTube videos, or whatever you're using, on the writing that you're going to do, on the podcasting you're going to do. If you're doing that, start talking about it with your market. So you might be serving, let's say, the restaurant environment. Well, how can restaurants use Web 3.0 things like NFTs, those non-fungible tokens? We talk about that in some of the other videos here that you can see on this channel here at Agorapreneurs, but also you'll be able to learn about other ways that you can do it. Whatever industry you're in, you might be in logistics, you might be in transportation, whatever it is, start looking at how Web 3.0 can help your clients, your customers, your members, whatever name you're going to give to those wonderful people who pay your bills. You want to find out how they can learn about Web 3.0, and then you become the specialist. Be the person, be the one person that really knows this well in a particular niche. By doing that, you're going to have a lot of opportunities that will open up to you. Step number 4 relates to the Japanese phrase, none of us is as smart as all of us. I want you to get involved in Web3 groups. Find groups like Facebook groups or MeWe groups or other groups that are out there. Find groups in the channels that might have a YouTube channel or might have blogs or other groups where you can start connecting with people. There's all kinds of wonderful groups around the world that focus on specific topics. Start looking for those not only in Web3, but in Web3 in your niche, in the niche industry that you serve. Being around other people, you get a chance to learn, because we learned on different levels. And I'll learn something, and then someone else will say, how do you do this? I go, oh, I just studied that. Here's what you do. And I show them, and then turn around the next day, and I'm going, how do you do this? And they'll go, oh, Terry, I saw how to do that. And they'll show me how. So you want to get involved in those groups, social groups, where you can share information back and forth about Web3 as it relates to your niche particularly. The more you can do that, the better off you'll be. And step number 5, and this is probably the most important one, find creative ways that you can serve your market in Web3. Doing something there, maybe with the artificial intelligence, maybe with the virtual reality. Maybe you'll get into that, see how people can use these in your particular niche. In there, you're going to have some fun with this. Cryptocurrencies, the NFTs, non-fungible tokens. There's a bunch of things out there, and we're going to be talking about that here in our other videos. So be sure and subscribe so you can be notified right away when new material is coming out. We're going to make this so that it's heavily oriented toward entrepreneurs who are using Web 3.0 materials. You're learning that and growing with it. And hey, we want to hear from you. What do you think about Web3? How are you using it? Let me know. I want to hear from you. Those of us here want to hear from you on creative ways that you're using this and what can be done, because a lot is going on in this area, and it's something that is really, really good. So in closing, I would encourage you to make that commitment. Get in there, be willing to put in the time, the money, and the energy to learn about Web3, learn practical real-world applications for it, and you are going to be glad you did. Hey, I'll look forward to hearing from you. Thanks so much for being with us today. Hey, don't stop now. We've got a lot more videos out there for you about freedom and liberty, living the life of an entrepreneur who believes in live and let live. Matter of fact, here's a way you can make a positive difference in the world. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. That lets the algorithms know, those wacky algorithms know, that hey, people like this kind of thing of live and let live and doing it in a peaceful way. Thanks for being here with us, and we're looking forward to hearing from you.